What's up, guys? So today we're going to be installing some quad locks on the Ducatis. I have my little Scarlet right here, my Ducati 848, and my brother actually just picked up an 848 himself. So we're going to be installing these quad locks, which are not designed to go on these older Ducatis. We're going to be drilling some holes in the actual stem mount to actually get them installed. So you're just going to walk along for the ride of us crying in pain of making holes. I've made one on mine already and I'm terrified, and we're going to make one on his, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so to install these quad locks, we have the regular quad lock and the quad lock pro. We need a couple of items. We need toggle bolts and we need a few screws and some rubber washers. Toggle bolt to say, yes, we're not installing something on drywall. I get that, it's a Ducati, but it works, guys, trust me. All right, guys, so to install the actual quad locks, we have to drill a 1/4 inch size hole right there in the center stem mount. And as you can see on mine, I've already done it. So there's a hole already there and there's an actual toggle bolt inside that you have to go from the bottom of the stem actually up. And yeah, that's how you install them, and we'll walk through the process on getting that done and how you can get an 848 or an older style 1198, 1098 older Ducati to actually have a quad lock center mount, which is much better in my opinion. So we actually installed one of them already, and as you can see, it just gets a little washer down here and it's ready to go. You just get your phone mounted on here. I would recommend getting a actual vibration dampener if you don't want to destroy your camera. I've had one of these and they work phenomenal. So here we go. The actual process is going to be laid out here. We're drilling a hole right here. We're starting with a few small bits. So yeah, I know, a few small bits in here until we get to a half, quarter, I don't know what that is. One of the sizes.
I'm scared, bro. Oh my god, this is not pretty. I'm gonna cry. I might cry. He was right. I will cry.
You know, this process takes about 30 minutes, and I'm accounting 10 minutes because you'll spend 10 minutes just crying after you do this. That's what I did with mine. Oh, that's terrifying, man. Part in this process is actually going to be installing the toggle bolt, and as you can see on mine, I've already done that. I've already installed the toggle bolt from the bottom. So what's going to happen is that at the bottom of the stem, you get the toggle bolt, and it's going to sit like this, and it expands and it holds the bottom of the actual bracket, so you can screw onto it and get the quad lock mounted. And it's firm, guys. If you can see this is not going anywhere. It's pretty firm. That's the entire bike will move. This won't move. So yep, that's what's going to be done on this one, and we should be completed with the quad lock installation. So when I was referring to the actual center part, I was referring to this, like you get this part and drive it upwards through here, so that when it goes to the top, the quad lock can actually mount to it and it holds it in place. This part is done, so you actually see the toggle bolt already in the center right there. And what we're gonna do is we had to buy a different screw for this, so you can see the inside of that, a long one that actually reaches, and we're just gonna get that installed onto here with the washer, and it should be ready. Quad lock is installed on this one, and as you can see, you can switch the color of these guys. So we did a black one for this one because the bike's obviously matte black, and for mine I did the red one to just match the rest of the bike. But yeah, these are solid, not going anywhere. So we're completed with these little installations. Hope you guys figured out how to do this on your Ducati, and have fun through the tears and the painful process of this. So now the next part is going to be installing a battery. This is an older bike, obviously it's had in the garage for a while, so it needs a battery, and we're installing an actual battery charger, a tender as they call it, not a chicken tender. But we're going to get that installed on here to make sure that we can have it charging as it sits in the garage, and then the new battery. So stay tuned. Now for removing this panel, we only need to remove this one right here, because that's going to be the actual battery housing, which you can see poking through here. And then we're going to replace this because this is like crappy and it's like not done well. So we're going to run it back through here like I have mine, where it just sits at the bottom. So the battery's installed now, and as you can see, we just made a little hole right here so we can feed the actual cables for the charger. And yep, just leave it there by the clutch. It's so much easier to just get to when you actually have it on stands. But yeah, that's completed, so we just install the fairing and we should be done with this. Okay guys, so the fairing is back on, everything's completed now. We just checked it, it starts fine. The next thing we're gonna be doing on this bike, which I've already done to mine, is the actual cable upgrade, which is like thicker gauge wires. And that just makes it, I don't know if you guys have seen the issues with Ducatis where they don't want to start, you have to like give it gas. That prevents that, and we're just gonna be rerouting some of those wires, getting thicker gauge to make sure it doesn't have that issue. But yep, it'll be, this is what I was referring to. Put it right here. It's so easy to just grab and like charge it. instead of having to like find it in different places. So, yep.